Hi. I see everyone's starting to join. Welcome. Everyone's doing something floating in my tea. That's what I was doing. How's everyone doing tonight?
Brooke said he's going to help by liking.
Oh, he's going to. I appreciate it. Oh, that's so sweet. Did you say that, hey?
Hey.
Did you say the name? Mm-hmm. For those of you who have never been on one of my lives, whoever you want me to read, put their name in the comments. If you come to me for a normal reading, I don't do that. There's just energy connected to names, and it just makes it a little bit faster for me to grab them. The last couple of lives was a little bit crazy, and I would grab one and then just let one pop up. So welcome. Glad everyone is here tonight. So Tiffany wants Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to start off with Miss Tiffany because let me tell you, we have to give her an A because that girl hunted me down all day today. I appreciate her effort. So Miss Tiffany, let's see if we can get your Jeff up here. I make notes as I read, just so you know. Okay, so for those, I know, Tiffany, you've probably been on here since you were asking about going live, so you've probably seen my lives. But for other people that are joining, whenever I pick you to read, please confirm my information. It's, we just need that confirmation so I can make sure I have the correct spirit for you. If it's not your spirit, don't feel bad saying no, it's not mine, and we'll just find who they belong to. Okay, for Miss Tiffany, when I call the name Jeff, this gentleman stepping up, there has been some kind of anniversary around his passing that has happened recently that has caused you to be on his mind, or him to be on your mind a lot. I'm getting, I'm getting tinted, those, I don't know what they're called, those glasses that when you go out into the sun, they get darker. Transition lenses. That's what I'm getting on him. I'm feeling some transition lenses, but he's presenting younger, I feel like, than what he'd passed. So think about when he was younger. Did he have facial hair? These transition lenses, very casual guy, a good guy. This guy was someone who had a ton of friends. He helped a lot of people. Oh, thank you. I got that at a local craft show.
My papa had them.
Okay. Your papa had that kind. Okay. And I think Pawpaw is not Jeff for you. That's what I'm getting since you called Pawpaw. Okay, so if this is your Pawpaw, I'm gonna ask if he has Jeff with him. Okay, was your Pawpaw a generation above Jeff? Because I'm feeling a gentleman stepped up with who you identified as Pawpaw. And did you say Pawpaw or Pawpaw? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So the gentleman who stepped up with him is a generation below. Am I from Ash? Lord have mercy. Is that a blast from the past? I am from Ash. For those of you who don't know, they're calling out my high school. Okay, sorry, I was distracted by this gentleman stepping up. Okay, so let me get back on track. Tiffany, so the person that you said Pawpaw had someone, when I said, is that Jeff with you? It was someone who was a generation below him. And they were friendly. I'm feeling that Pawpaw's slapping Jeff on the shoulder here and saying, I was about to say my boy, but I don't feel like it's actually...
She said that her dad's name is Jeff, but her papa was the one with the eyeglasses.
Okay. Very good. So that'd be a generation below this gentleman stepping up with him. Okay, so the guy who stepped up with your pawpaw is, I don't know why your pawpaw, let's see what he's got to say. Okay. So spirits don't step up for no reason. Spirits always have a message. They always have a reason for stepping up. And so I wasn't going to let your pawpaw just step up without saying something. And when I asked him why he was here, there was questions about your dad passing, like who met him, was he okay? And your pawpaw was saying, I got him, I was here, I got him. And your dad He's talking about, your dad was a fun guy. He was a fun-loving guy. He had a hold my beer kind of personality, just always wanting to help someone, always out to have a good time. He worked really hard. He's letting me know this man worked hard for his money. And it was very important to him to support his family, to bring in the income for his family. I know,
She said yes, he would.
okay, very good. You got 2 for 1 because I was determined. You sweet little thing, you hunted me down today, and so I was determined to get who you wanted, and you got 2 for 1 here. Very good. Okay, so your dad is talking about that you have been going through some stuff lately, and all over the place. Not just one area of your life. You've been going through some stuff in a lot of different areas, and he is letting it be known that you're made of stronger stuff. He's like, remember where you come from. You are set from such a strong family, and a lot of them have passed. Your dad is letting me know. A lot of the people that you used to depend on, the people that you used to call for support, have passed on. And your dad is very much saying that just because we passed on doesn't mean we're not around you. We are still supporting you, and we are there with you, right beside you. Your dad drops in your head all the time. That is called claircognizance. It's when people just drop in thoughts. And how you can tell it's a spirit and not yourself, there's a couple of different ways. This reading, someone just asked, is for Tiffany Napier. I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
Yes, all the time.
So how you can tell it's your dad dropping in is spirits will drop in thoughts in meditative moments. And people think you have to sit in meditation and go, No, it's when you're driving, when you're putting your makeup on, when you're cleaning. I get some of my best drop-ins when I'm wiping the wood floors of my house because I wipe on my hands and knees. It's in those quiet moments that you quiet your mind that you get those drop-ins. So make sure that you are listening to those drop-ins. That is your dad. He is always with you, always there to support you. He is also talking about that there's a decision you've been trying to make and you've been struggling with it. And you know the right decision to make. It's just really not what you want to do. And we all go through those times in life where there are decisions we want to make, but it's just hard. We don't want to follow through. We don't want to make those tough choices. So your dad's like, you can do it.
I thought I seen him a month ago, but didn't know if I did or if I just imagined it.
No, you saw him. Absolutely. Absolutely, you saw him. Your dad's jumping up and down. He's like, yes, yes. You absolutely saw him. And that was something for anyone on here. I hear that so much. I will confirm something that their spirit had said to them. And they're like, oh my goodness, I thought that was them when I was in meditation the other day, but I was imagining it. No. You trust yourself. Trust those drop-ins. Trust your intuition. Your loved ones are always around you, always trying to get to you.
Lots
All right.
of issues with my fiance from 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like it was a relationship thing. Okay, thank you, Tiffany, for letting me bring your dad, and thank you for being diligent and hunting me down. Is something wrong?
No.
I think it's baby girl. Her name is Marcella. She's looking for Dana, her aunt.
Marcella. I think her call name is Baby Girl.
019.
Looking for her
Baby
aunt.
girl 019. Aunt Dana. If she's still on here. Yep, there she is.
Okay, Baby Girl, let's see who we got. So we can get your Aunt Dana up here. Okay, every once in a while, y'all will hear me say this, where I will say, I'm not sure the person I'm pulling up is who you're looking for. If it's not who you're looking for, please feel free to say, no, that's not who I'm looking for, and we'll circle back to you. Just the way this lady approached me, I just don't feel like she's Aunt Dana. But let me start describing her. She was a lady who liked to go out, and she liked to play darts. I don't know why she showed me that, and like darts in a bar. we have a dartboard down in our basement, and she just said, "I play your dartboard too. Didn't have to be in a bar. That's just where they were." So this lady liked to keep herself together. She liked to go out and have a good time. When she went out, she was not someone who was going to wear the skirt and heels. She's in jeans and a cute top and boots. You're welcome, Tiffany. You're very welcome. And she was single for, will I get approved for surgery, please and thank you? Yes, you will. I don't know why that popped out to me because I'm not...
Stop reading the comments.
My daughter said stop reading the comments, but it was like just pulled out real quick, so I knew I had to answer it. Okay, so Miss Marcella, does this sound like your Aunt Dana? If it's not her, just please say so. We'll find who she belongs to. I didn't feel like it was. I didn't feel like it was her. She hasn't come through yet.
She's not come back through.
Okay, so. Let's recap here, Marcella. Let me know if this is your...
Does not sound like her.
Yeah, I didn't think it was your aunt. Thank you for confirming that. I was about to give her up to someone else. So, anyone listening, please pay attention. And yeah, I am doing psychic questions. I'll get to those next. I think
You've got 0.
Oh, I know someone just asked.
I know.
My helper. Put some in there. My helper, write them down. Okay, so we have a lady here who, she does have an Aunt Phil. She is... an aunt or a friend. She liked to go to bars. She liked to go out. She liked to play darts. She's very much showing me her playing darts. When she went out, she wasn't someone who was going to dress in the stiletto heels and the skirt. She's in jeans and a cute top and flats, boots, I believe. She could definitely throw them back. She was not afraid to drink. Something about a necklace. There's a necklace that meant a lot to her that she used to wear all the time.
They're asking for a name.
Okay, well don't mention one. Let me see if I can get it. I'm hearing a P name. Pat, Pamela.
Pam?
Has there been a Patty come through?
I haven't seen one. I saw Pam.
I would take Pam, but I'm definitely hearing
That was baby girl again.
Baby girl says she lost her stepmom, Pam.
Oh, is that who I'm reading here?
What's she-
Baby girl. Okay, yes.
But
Okay.
She was looking for her aunt, but...
But your stepmom came through and said, that's the second time in a row that has happened. Who I was reading, a person came up for them, but not who they were actually looking for. All right, we're going to have one of those nights on this show. All right, let's just roll with it, Miss Baby Girl.
She's getting all of them.
Okay, so we have your stepmom, Pam, here.
She didn't say if the other part fit, though. Always went to the bar.
Yeah, she lived in the bar. She gives me that cheers feeling, where everyone always knows your name because she was there and she could throw them back too. This lady was not afraid to be drinking. This lady, though she wasn't your classic mom energy, she was, she still loved you. Like she was a friend when you needed a friend. And she's making it be known, she's apologizing that she didn't always listen to you like she should have. She was kind of wrapped up in her own life and she didn't always listen to you and pay as much attention to you as she should. I feel like she would listen to you. It was kind of in passing, like, yeah, I hear you talking. And she is very much apologizing to that. She said, I should have listened to you more. I should have looked you in the eye. She talks about what a sweet person you are. And you just needed love. Don't we all? Don't we all just need love? But growing up, you just needed love and you just needed someone to pay attention to you. You needed to be heard. And she had the ability to do that and she didn't do it the way she should have. And she's apologizing for that.
Hey, sober girl.
Sober girl.
Back to-
Okay, did she confirm any of this?
She's not been back since...
Okay. All right, so
Is she okay? She didn't confirm anything. She just asked.
Okay. She says, I'm perfect. So There's something different about her passing. I hadn't gotten into that because it wasn't really relevant. We'd already decided who she was, or you'd already confirmed who she was, and she'd given her name and everything. But she's like, I'm perfect. I'm perfect. It was quick. It was quick. So she didn't treat herself as she should have. But she was like, my passing was quick, even though it looked traumatic. She's like, how is everyone? Are y'all talking about my helpers? They're good. I should show them on camera. They love it when I do that.
Please.
Okay, so let's see if we're going to circle back and get your aunt, who we were trying to get to begin with. Okay, so Aunt Dana, so Miss Baby Girl, Miss Marcella. I know this was your stepmom, but we're going to circle back and see if we can get your aunt, who you were looking for to begin with. The lady stepping up is very sweet, very well put together. She feels like your classic homemaker, though I do know that she worked outside the home some. She still was very much holding down the home front. She was that lady who was in the kitchen all the time. Love language was all about cooking for you, doing for you, listening to you. Has she confirmed that?
Oh, she asked a question about her stepmom. Any messages for her dad? Was he looking for validation? She always baked and cooked for the church and the family.
Okay, so looks like we have your aunt here also. So let me get that quick answer for your dad. She says that she wants him to go on and be happy. So I don't know if he has started dating, but she's very much giving him permission to go on and be happy. She wants him to go on and find someone else. And she's talking about that he treated her so well. And she almost didn't always know how to take him because he treated her better than she had ever been treated before. And sometimes she didn't really know how to take and accept that kind treatment. Just because when you're not used to being treated nicely and someone comes along and does it, it's kind of difficult for you. So she's given that validation to your dad, and she does want him to go on and be happy. I feel like he has started dating. And she wants him to continue doing that. Okay, with the aunt that you confirmed that information, she's talking about, y'all have recently had some kind of memorial.
He was very broken and lonely after she passed. He tried to help her a lot.
Yeah, she was, how do I put this? She was a troubled young lady. She said she wasn't young, but you know what I mean. She was a troubled lady, and he tried giving her all the love he could, and it just didn't work. Okay, so your Aunt Dana talks about y'all have recently done some kind of memorial for her, and she was there. She appreciates it. She knows all the effort y'all made to make sure that it turned out nicely for her. And it's a confirmation that she was there. She very much appreciates all your effort. Thank y'all for the hearts. Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Marcella. I don't know how they squeezed 2 in for you, but your spirit certainly got him in here. Okay, I am going to go out on a limb here. Oh, do I have psychic?
Yeah.
Let me do the psychic, and
You
then
brought it up then.
I'm just going to pull
Bring it
this
here.
person standing here. Okay. Yes, Jordan, I'm feeling a lot of positivity with your new job. You move the person for me. I'm not feeling, I'm feeling that he's a good guy. I'm feeling that he's okay guy, but he's just not, he's not the one. And I know sometimes it's hard to hear that, and just know that psychic is never 100%.
Do you need a pen?
No, I was looking for my pendulum. I don't see it though.
It's right there underneath here.
Oh, very good. Okay. Jen, will everything work out with the family issues? They will. It's going to take some time. It's going to maybe not work out to the way you want it to, but it is going to work out. McCain 5, will my husband get the job at the school? You know, I'm feeling a school, but not the one you're referencing. I'm feeling it's going to be a different school. Laura, will I find my house soon? Yes. I'm feeling the number 2. Is that 2 weeks or 2 months? I think it's in the next 2 months. Lindsay Franks, will I do well in my big nursing exams? I do feel like you're going to do well. I'm hearing skin of your teeth, so I feel like you're going to pass, probably barely, but that doesn't really matter as long as you pass. Priceless moments, will my husband's surgery go well? Yes, I'm feeling a lot of positivity in that area. Lots of positivity. Jen, will everything work out with my husband's family farm issues? I am not feeling a lot of positivity when I ask that question. There's going to be a lot of turmoil, a lot of infighting. Just know that energy can change. If I say, no, it's not going to work out, and people are like, go, we're going to make it. We're going to change the lawyers. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to give a little where we weren't going to give before. Just know that you can change the energy of some of these situations. There is a gentleman stepping up here. It's a young man. I'm hearing a J name, almost like Jesse. Jesse, Jeremy. Okay, so young man, Caucasian, dark hair. Caucasian, dark hair, substance abuse issues. Thin. He feels average height, but I think he felt tall because, when sometimes someone's kind of thin, sometimes people just feel taller than what they are. And that's what I'm getting off of him. Okay, young man, dark hair, substance abuse issues, thin, J name like Jesse. I was about to say James. Jesse James. Anyway, one of those J names, Jesse. But I don't feel like it's a, we do have a Jesse in here. Taylor Nicole, you have a Jesse. Does this fit? So Taylor Nicole, does the rest of it fit? Yes. All right. You did a good job, dude, with your name. Look at him, right on it. I kept hearing the whole time I was reading that other spirit, I kept getting distracted because I kept hearing Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. And I was trying to tell him in my head, okay, dude, just wait. I'll get to you. Just give me a moment. He was very impatient. So that must have been part of his personality. We do not lose our personalities when we go to the other side. We lose the negativity. We lose the jealousy and the anger. But yes, he was. We don't lose the basis of our... Yes, he's even chomping at the bit to give me a message. And I'm like, I need a drink of tea. I'm so annoying him, just so you know. He's like a toddler, almost stomping his foot at me. Okay, what you got for me, dude? Okay, so there was some questions around his passing, I'm hearing, and he very much is saying that those questions that y'all have were spot on. His passing was not what it was believed to be. And I hear y'all talking, people are talking and questioning. And so Taylor Nicole, he's very much confirming that y'all are right, that what y'all thought happened did happen. He loves that his friend group just really loved him no matter what. He went through some tough times. He wasn't always the easiest person to be around. And y'all just loved him anyway. And he very much appreciates that.
Yes, lots of suspicions around his death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was, it's not what it seemed to be. But I don't feel like anyone is really interested in moving forward and researching it and, figuring out exactly what happened. When I say anyone, I mean, the police. And, yeah, I almost hear the word foul play. This is one of those times I wish you were in front of me, but we'd be getting to the bottom of this. He is wanting y'all to know.
His body was cremated, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But he is okay with it. He wants y'all to know he is okay with it. And, I have spirits. I've had clients get a little bit angry because they want their spirit that was met an untimely death at someone else's hands to be angry when they step up. They're not.
He was cremated before any investigation started.
Mm-hmm. Because I think it looked like one thing. And then as people started talking, as people started researching, then they realized, oh my goodness, this is not what we seen. But by then it was too late. And he's okay with it. He said, absolutely, karma will take care of itself. The people that were involved in his demise, I don't feel like they have a long life themselves. It's just not a great, they're not taking good care of themselves, let's just put it that way. But on a positive note, he wants you to know that he hears y'all talking about him. He hears the laughter when y'all talked about his antics, and he is so happy that y'all accepted him and took him for who he was. Very much loves that. And so thank you, Taylor Nicole, and I want to thank Jesse here for doing such a good job. And he was dropping his name in before I even got to him. Like I said, I was distracted in my last reading because I kept hearing Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. You did a good job, dude. You know, I've had a couple of people comment that to me, and I do compliment spirits, because to me they are people just like anyone else sitting around. They are a complete separate entity, and when they choose me to read for them, when they step up and they work hard to give me things like names and clarifying information, I do appreciate it, and I do thank them. So I will have people question me about it in messages or when I'm doing one-on-one readings. Did you just think that the spirit? Yeah, I do think the spirits. I appreciate them. They work hard to give me the good information. Okay, who we got?
Daniel was looking for cousin Kenny. He's Dan Lawyer 1.
Daniel looking for, I wrote Danielle. Daniel looking for his cousin Kenny. Okay. Kenny was an outdoors person. I'm feeling this, I'm seeing like cowboy boots and jeans, and I don't feel like he grew up on a farm, but he liked those types of things. He liked trucks, and he liked beer, and he liked bonfires, and he's letting me know he could clean up if he had to. He could clean up, but at his heart, he liked those cowboy things. He is showing me, has he confirmed any of this?
Not yet.
Okay. He's showing me, so I don't know, for those watching, if I choose your name, I know Daniel, sorry, you've already been watching for a while, so you already know, but if you're just popping on and you're chosen, please be ready to confirm the information, because
He said sort of.
that's how okay, sort of not isn't good enough. Let's see if we can circle back and make sure we get, we can get good information. Okay, I'm also seeing a cap, so he was someone whenever he I'm hearing dressed down, when he was dressed down. And I don't know why he has said that to me a couple of times. And in his younger years, he played basketball. I don't know if you know that about him, that he liked to be on the basketball court. All things outside. Hold my beer kind of personality. Liked to hang with his buddies. He liked to hang with his buddies so much so, he's letting it be known that it caused problems in some personal relationships. Because he was going to choose his, oh gosh. What is that saying that he used to say? Rose before hose or something. Hose. Yeah, I don't like that. But anyway, that's what he's saying. So I'm going to say it. I don't really like that terminology, but you know. Okay. You think okay. I'm also feeling that, I saw him confirm it.
I don't know.
Yeah, he confirmed it. Did you not see that?
I don't even know who we're looking for.
I have two people here helping me. I'm having to read my own comments.
Dan Lawyer 1.
Okay, Mr. Young Man. So he was this little, I was about to say little boy. He's like, I'm not a little boy. I'm young, but I'm not a little boy. Okay, so he is just such a sweet soul. This kid is so sweet and kind and respectful. And he has called me ma'am. And though, like, I didn't like some of his terminology, he's letting me know that his mom didn't always like some of his terminology either. Like, he's making me feel like his mom he would say things sometimes and she'd roll her eyes like, that's not the way we talk in this house. That's what I'm hearing. That's not the way we talk in this house. What are you saying here? Someone was recently looking at his pictures, so I don't know if you can confirm that, Dan, if you know if someone was recently looking at his pictures, because he's very much showing me someone, they're almost like petting his picture. You know how when you're looking at something, you're just like, you want them back so badly, or just like touching the picture, like if you could just will them back. So I don't know if you can confirm that. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that.
His pictures are everywhere.
Okay. Very good. This boy.
He passed recently.
Yeah. He does not feel like, I wouldn't have known that from him, but when he was showing me someone looking at his picture and just really touching it, the grief felt fresh. The grief felt new, like people haven't really moved through it. And it's very shocking, he's letting me know. People just haven't even acclimated to the fact he's not in their lives. It was very shocking for them. I'm assuming you know his mom, since you're his cousin, and he's just making me hear his mom is just still wailing over his passing, and he wants her to know he's fine. He's like, I'm fine, Mom. I'm fine. I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain. Dying doesn't hurt. Dying doesn't hurt. So he very much wants his mom to know that he is fine and that he's not in pain. He was not in pain right when he passed. So I hear that a lot from spirits. Yes, if you have an illness, is the dying process sometimes painful? Yes. But the actual releasing of your spirit from your body and transitioning over is not. And that's what he is very much referencing. Is someone in your family Catholic, Dan? He just makes me keep wanting to say Hail Mary. He's making me want to say a Hail Mary, full of grace. I'm not even Catholic. I don't even know the whole thing, but I've had enough spirits talk to me about it. I can say part of it. So if you want to relay that message to his mom, I'm assuming
I'm trying to practice to communicate with the spirits since his passing.
Okay. I just had my class fill up too. I'm starting to teach a class in May, or in the 20th of this month, and
Not Catholic.
it filled up. Someone has been. Mother Mary is around someone in his family. I'm just really feeling that heavy energy. And someone is talking to Mother Mary in the family. I feel like it's his mom. You have to ask her. Now I'm curious. You have to ask her, Dan, and then message me. Ask her if she's been thinking about Mother Mary or talking to Mother Mary. Because really it's all about my confirmations, right? Okay. Now, whenever you are, real quick, I want to talk about how you said you've been trying to learn to communicate with spirits.
He was killed.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what makes it so traumatic. Not for him. Not for him. And that's why he keeps saying, I was not in pain. I was not in pain. It didn't hurt. I was gone quickly.
His mom is Joan. Joam.
So whenever you want to communicate with spirit, the beginning, I know that some people, like some of the people taking my class that's starting up, they're like, I could never do that. What you're seeing here is thousands of times later. It's all about practice. When you first start learning to communicate with spirit, the best thing you can do for yourself is get to know yourself really well. Get to know your soul, sit in the power, get to know your soul's voice so you can recognize when it's not your voice. And then start trusting. Start just really trusting yourself. Write down information when you were right, when you thought you heard spirits' voices, symbols that they use, and keep a record of it.
I'm trying to imagine a fog and him entering that fog.
I would drop the fog. He is all about, He's like, dude, it's sunny over here. I like the sun. It's sunny over here. I like this. This kid was all about the sun. Very much loved it. Okay. Thank you, Dan, for letting me read your cousin here and confirming that. You did a very good job. You were on it. You were quick with your comments, and I appreciate that. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so there is a spirit stepping up here. What kind of energy do we have here? They're saying, oh, great. My helpers are saying, oh, great. I'm hearing an M name, like Mary, Marie, Margaret, Maggie. M name. She, this lady was very, I was about to say religious, and she stopped me. Because a lot of times religious will be about, I'm going to throw my Bible at someone to bring him to Jesus. And this lady really walked in the love of Christ. She understood that Jesus was about love. She went to church regularly. She was definitely someone who was in church. That was also her socializing. She was very social.
Holly Ferguson says she has an Aunt Marge who was Catholic.
Aunt Marge. Okay. She feels very Catholic. Let me get some more information and make sure that we have the correct person.
She didn't go to church, wasn't able. But watched it.
I was gonna say, I'm feeling that I'll take that she watched a lot, because she was very much in that energy of watching sermons. I can very much feel that. In her younger years, she's letting me know that, yes, in her older years, she had a very tough time getting around, and almost, I was going to say bedridden, not bedridden, but she could barely get around out of that.
I love her. I lost her last week.
Very good. She is talking about, in her younger years, she really liked to bake. And pies. This lady liked to bake pies. And she is talking about someone needs, she loved to bake.
She loved to bake.
Yeah, she did. And she's making me feel like her stuff has not been split out yet. Like there's still some of her stuff that has to be gone through and sent out. And she doesn't want her recipes thrown away. She's wanting them to be passed down to someone. She has some recipes somewhere, not just handwritten she has recipe books that have notes in them. And she doesn't want those to be thrown away.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So a little bit more confirmation that she's going to come through. She hasn't even been over there very long, and she's worried about her recipes. She's like, apparently it's about to be gone through soon. Her recipes, her books,
She said her niece has them.
Okay. And she wants those taken care of. That's so sweet. This was such a sweet lady. She was ready to go, and I know that people, I think, already understand that. But this lady was very ready to go. She
said, tell her they're safe.
She says, thank you. That's very funny. She was so worried about those. She also says, I'm worried about my babies, and she wants to make sure her babies are okay, which I know her babies are grown. She said that she's watching over everyone. So there's 4 people in particular that are very close to her that she spends a lot of time with. I'm feeling 3 females and a male. Now, the thing about spirits is that they don't have the same issue. I mean, we can only be in this one spot. Spirits can be with several different people at one time. And she is very, very much loving that. She's loving. So she's also someone who on earth you would have known her to like to hear about everyone. She was interested. Not that she was nosy or gossipy, but she liked to know what was going on in everyone's life. Because in spirit, she's talking about how much she loves being able to split her energy and be able to be around several different people.
She listed Jaden, Michaela, me, and my mom.
Okay, very good. Very good. All right. I could feel there was those 4 energies. Thank you. So you were so great on claiming her so quickly. And she was really good about coming through with her information and dropping those names.
Is she okay?
She's like, I'm in heaven. I'm with Jesus. How could I not be okay? And then, I don't know if there has been question. Whatever your spiritual belief system is, just let me deliver this message to this person. Keep your beliefs to yourself. Because she's turning and she said, I don't know if there's been questions in your family about, is Jesus real? Did she see Jesus? She says, tell them he's real. Tell him he's real. So she wants you to know that about, she wants you to tell that to her family. Someone asked on here, how do you book a private reading? You go to my website, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. A calendar opens up to you. You choose the date and time, and a Zoom link is automatically sent to you. And I do want to appreciate, there have been so many people messaging me. I don't know, it just seems to come in cycles where people will start trying to duplicate my TikTok. I tried to, you can go in there and make your videos not downloadable, which I did. I don't know how they're still doing it, but I appreciate people helping me out. They told me I've reported like 3 new accounts that tried to pretend they were me, and they even messaged a couple of people and say, I'll give you a reading. Just know I will never message you. I will never ever message you to ask you if you want a reading and then say send me money and I will read you. It's all done through my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. You click on there, a Zoom link is automatically sent.
Samantha Nicole Hill wants to know who's the woman in her dreams. Her sister started having the same one.
Samantha Nicole Hill, who is the woman in your
Hopefully I got
dreams?
the name right.
That person, it's a guide. Man, we're opening up a whole can of worms. We're having all kinds of can of worms coming on tonight. Okay, so let me give you the lowdown on guides real quick. A lot of people think whenever their loved ones pass, they become their guides. No, they're around you and they help you and they give you information and they encourage you. But guides are people who have been assigned to you to have you complete a certain lesson. You usually have a main guide that's with you from birth. And then as you, like, I have a daughter in nursing school, and so we were bringing up her guides the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, you have a nursing guide. And she's like, I know, and she's right here. Yes, and that's where her nursing guide was, right there on her shoulder. So that is a guide coming through. When you have guides coming through in your dreams, it means that they have been trying to get your attention and you've been missing it. Don't feel bad. Everyone does it. Just start looking for the synchronicities. And when I ask, what is this about? I'm hearing the timing is now. The timing is now. You're starting to get some spiritual awakening going on. So make sure you're honoring that and starting to read and study. And wherever you're drawn to get more education in that arena or to read books, podcasts, please go. And
She moves books and seems to be mad.
I don't get that she's mad. I get that she's trying to get your attention. Very much trying to get your attention. Spirits don't really get mad. Do we have some mischievous spirits? Yeah. I don't feel that one's mad. I just feel like she is trying to get your attention. She's definitely trying to get a message to you and dropping synchronicities in and you're missing them. And if she wasn't, you're not even normally on TikTok this time of night. I'm hearing her say, like, you don't normally join these lives. I don't even know if you know me or if you've seen me, but you happen to pop on here. And It's like she's been getting more frantic with her message because she wanted you to question it. She wants you to pay attention. Look for the synchronicities. If there is ever, and so for everyone watching, if there is ever a spirit around that you don't want around you, all you have to do is tell them to leave. You don't need a medium coming in. Can you use sage? Absolutely. I use sage just because I like the ritual of it. I haven't recently because I haven't really had time to do that because it's just been so crazy, which I do appreciate. But the power to clear your house, the power to keep your vicinity clear of spirits you don't want around you comes from your soul power. If a spirit is making you uncomfortable, just tell them you may not be around me and they have to go. Okay, who we got?
You want to do these?
Oh my word. All right. All right. Home farm fam. Will I get my business sold? Absolutely you will. Feeling a huge amount of positivity in that area. Tove X medium. Make the right choice leaving your job. You did. Yeah, you definitely made the right choice. There was some complete toxicity in that job you left. You definitely made the right decision. Kara, will I find a job I love? You know, Kara, I do feel like you will, but I don't feel like it's going to be in the next job. I feel like that the next job you get is going to be a jumping. I'm seeing a leapfrog. That was a symbol that was dropped in. So I'm seeing that you're going to jump. You're going to have a couple of jobs. And then I'm getting the third job out. I know, that's frustrating. Energy can change. These are psychic questions. Psychic is never 100%. Just know that. But I'm feeling the third job out. I saw this little frog jump 3 times. It's amazing some of the way they give me information. Okay. Big Juicy Fart. Love that name. Okay. Is the boy good for them? This is one of those situations like there's so many questions I have. I'm getting a negative on that. I'm not feeling a lot of positivity in that. Chastity, will I beat my depression? You will. You have to set your mind to it. That has to be the only option for you. This depression is digging in deep. I'm getting on you. And you have to do some manifestation work. I'm feeling some vibration work, counseling. You have it in you. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. Absolutely can. Alice, am on the right career path. I'm feeling a huge positive yes on that. Yes, yes. Holly Petrie, will I get a new home? I'm not feeling it's going to be soon. Shelly John, will I do well in my new job? Yes, yes, yes. I am feeling that you're going to have a little bit of, there's going to be a learning curve, and I feel that you are kind of stumbling in the beginning. But then you just get this footing and you take off. So yes, you will. Don't get discouraged. I'm just feeling there's going to come a time in your job where you're going to get discouraged. But no, you are absolutely going to do well. Delsup, will I move places or should I stay in my apartment? Move places. Move places. Yes, absolutely. There's something going on there. That's not good energy there. It doesn't even feel safe. Donna, is he the one? Yes, ma'am, he is. I love it when I can say those things. Yes, yes, yes. Taylor, foul play involved in Sean's death. I'm getting, there was some of both. I'm feeling Sean taking a little bit of responsibility for what happened, and there was also foul play, if that makes sense to you. Usually that means the person was in hanging out with the wrong crowd, wrong place, wrong time. They instigated something, that kind of situation. Who we got?
Mama Cat is looking for her son, King. Her name is Kathy.
I like that. I like that name.
Kathy?
Her son, King.
King. And for one thing, I love all names associated with that. Mama Cat, King, I love it all. Okay, I had... For anyone who, I just saw someone pop up in there. Anyone who wants a one-on-one reading, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium, a calendar pops open to you, and you're automatically sent a Zoom link. I will never message you asking for money, ever. Okay. So when I asked for King, the gentleman stepping up is... I know, Mama Cat, he's your son, and you might not think of him this way, but he could be a little bit cocky. I know he's your son. He's very handsome, a lovely child, young man, but he could be a little bit cocky. But he loved his mama. Lord have mercy, this boy loved his mama. And I know everyone says, oh, everyone loves, not like this. This is, he's always joking with you. He's always wanting to mess with you. He's always just teasing his mama. And he still does things. Has she come up and confirmed any of this?
Not yet.
Okay. And he still moves things around your house. He's still, and I don't think it's a huge, not like a chair moving across the room, but it's more of, you will go into a room and you will think you left a pen here. And it's over here. And you stood there for a moment thinking...
Yes, he flickers lights.
He does. He does flicker lights, and he moves things, and he messes with other electronics. He's just always all over your...
She's also said that he passed away of SIDS and that they stared into each other's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you just said.
Mama heard me, that's a lot of numbers.
Yes, my phone apps close out too.
Yes. I was going to say, it's not just the lights. He messes with your electronics, and... you are going to, he's always going to be around you. It's going to be 30 years down the road, and you're still going to get signs from him. You're still going to have electronics flashing and lights flickering. He also is going to continue moving things. So just know that this soul is going to be around you for a long time until he meets you on the other side.
I'm pregnant with rainbow twins. My 3-year-old says King told her I was pregnant before I even knew.
Yes. Okay. So I was getting something, but I was not going to say it because, I wasn't sure how spiritual you were, and I was not going to blow your mind right here on the live. This baby's coming back to you. This baby is about to reincarnate. And I wasn't sure.
Very spiritual.
Okay, very good. Some people don't believe, which is fine. I mean, if you don't believe in reincarnation and past lives, it's fine. We all have our own belief system.
She said, oh my God, I felt he would.
Yes. I just didn't want to freak you out too much. But I knew the second you started talking, it's like, oh, this baby's coming back, like now. So just know.
My daughter said I'm having a boy and a girl, but I don't know yet. I believe in reincarnation. I've been hoping.
Yeah, he's coming back to you. Which is very unusual for anyone listening to this who does believe in reincarnation and past lives. It is very unusual for a spirit to turn around and come back that quickly. I don't know if y'all heard me pause or noticed the pause when I first pulled up, and I was getting this information from him because he was very much telling me that, but I wasn't repeating it. I was telling him, give me something else. I'm not saying that on this live.
Thank
I don't
you for
want
the confirmation. I feel his soul when my lights flicker.
Yes, I didn't want to freak your mama out. So I guess I should just give what the spirits give me. He knew you needed to hear that. Well, I say that. And last night I was in a small group. And so I turned to the gal. I brought up this gal's grandmother. She confirmed everything about it. And I said, oh, congratulations. Your grandmother is telling me that you're pregnant. And everyone was like, what? Her mother-in-law was right next to her. She hadn't told anyone yet. See, that's what I get for trusting them spirits. They completely threw me under the bus. I was letting the cat out of the bag. Somebody was pregnant and nobody knew. Okay, I'm going to pull up this spirit that's stepping up right here. There's several. I was like, y'all have to separate. I'm just going to do one. Okay, I'm feeling a sun energy. So think about someone who is a sun energy for you on this life. They're a stepson, a son, godson, something like that. Loved water sports. Love to be on the water. I'm hearing, what is that you're saying? I'm hearing an N name, like Nicholas, Nicolo? Anyway, an N name. Nicholas. I don't even know any other boy names that start with an N, I should say. Okay. Loved water sports. He has not gotten off the water since he has been talking to me. Beautiful, Caucasian. Let me put that way, Caucasian. And I'm feeling his had, because he was on the water so much, he had lighter hair. And he died suddenly. He died in an accident. He's letting me know. Has anyone claimed him yet?
Stacy Ritchie says Nelson, Nathan.
Oh, there are some other N
She
names.
hasn't confirmed it.
Okay, so let's recap, because I thought this was going to be easier to grab than what it was. Okay, I'm hearing an N name, like Nicholas. I could go with Nelson, something like that, but I'm definitely hearing this N name. N names would be very hard for the spirit to give to me, just because I'm not familiar with a lot of them. Y'all heard me struggling.
She said that those are just in names, that she's not claiming it.
Oh, okay, you're just giving N names. Oh, very good. You're helping me out with them.
Nick, Amanda Reed, 1975, said Nick.
Okay, Amanda Reed.
That's the only other N name.
Okay, Amanda, are you claiming the spirit is
Amanda what?
So we have an N name, Nick, Nicholas, something like that, an N name. On the water all the time. This kid loved the water. He's Caucasian. He died in an accident, and always tan. He was always tan because he was always on the water. And
She said yes.
okay. So who's claiming him, Amanda?
Wait, I said her first name wrong. Sorry. Elena Reed.
Oh, Elena.
1975.
Elena.
I got the rest of it right, but
Okay, Elena, who was this kid to you?
Elena Reed. Sorry. I think she said it was her son. He died in a motorcycle accident.
Died in a... Okay. She said her son. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
What's your son's name?
He wants you to know there has been, like, I feel the urge to keep this boy at home. So you must be thinking, Mom, that you should have kept him home. I should have watched him more. No, he loved his life. There's something, he felt very blessed to be in your family. I don't know why he's making me feel that way, but he was very blessed that you had him. He was very blessed that you were his mom. Because you were his mom, he got to do all the things he loved to do. And he is so appreciative. And I just feel, he's like, she couldn't have, like, he would have been so miserable had you tried to keep him home. Had you tried to keep him, oh, he was adopted. Oh, yes. He absolutely loved being in your family.
She's not listening to you.
Did he say that?
Yes.
They're teasing me because apparently my moderator said that he was adopted and I didn't hear or I wasn't listening. So now they're all there. She's not listening to you. What I have to put up with here. Okay. So he would have been so miserable had you tried to keep home. He's like, no, I died doing what I loved. I was so happy. He had freedom. This boy was a brilliant light, and you helped him shine even brighter. And he wants you to know how much he appreciates how much you loved him and how much you gave him and how you let him be him. So thank you very much for claiming him and letting me read him. He's a beautiful soul. He did a good job. Did a good job getting his name, because I'm telling you, I am not good with N names. I don't know what it is about N names. I'm not good with N names. So he did a good job.
Kelly Thompson was looking for her looking for Margaret. MEMA. Is that Mima?
Mima?
M-E-M.
Kelly Thompson is looking for Mima.
Hey, Taterbug.
I love that. Taterbug, I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been, Miss Taterbug? Where you been? Haven't seen you on here in a while. Okay. Mima. Okay, so when I was calling Mima, I got what I call your classic grandma stepping up here. She is in the kitchen. She loved to cook and talk. That's not classic. Like, she just loved to talk. And she let her hair grow gray. She liked to have her hair done, but she let it go gray. Oh, someone on here enjoyed our session. Aw, thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Okay, so Kelly Thompson, you are on here looking for a Mima. And the Mima I have stepping up here, classic grandmother, heavier lady. She is in the kitchen, talking. She liked to have her hair done, but did let it go gray. Something about the smell of her, she always had like a powdery smell, like a light smell. Not that heavy, like typically whenever it's a grandmother, you get that heavy old lady smell. No, she's not about that. She had this lighter, kind of powdery smell to her. Has Kelly confirmed any of this?
I have not seen her come back.
Okay, Miss Kelly, if you're on here, please confirm or deny, so we can figure out if this is your spirit. If it's not, we'll see who it belongs to. Kelly must be gone.
She might have left.
She's bored of waiting.
Miss Kelly left. We got to her and she left. Okay, so we're gonna see who this Mima belongs to. Whenever I was asking her, I said, "Okay, Mima, what was your name? Tell me your name." I'm hearing a Cheryl, Sherilyn, Sherry, something like that. So this lady has a grandmother energy. So she'd be a grandma to someone on here. It's a Cheryl, Sherry. It could be Sharon. Is that name? Not us. No Sarah's. It's definitely a SH, like Cheryl, Sherry, Sharon, something like that. Definitely hearing an SH name. Or the CH, just that sound. This lady was in the...
Oh, they must be offering names. Shirley.
Okay, she was a grandmother energy. She liked to be in the kitchen all the time. She had her hair done regularly. She's showing me, though she didn't have it dyed, she had it done regularly. You know those ladies who would go to the salon?
Tiffany again is saying that her Momo's name was Sharon.
Tiffany Napier.
Is that the person I read earlier?
Yes. She was the one that started this off, I believe.
She's busy.
Okay, Miss Tiffany.
She's a little
Okay.
busy over here.
We're going to make sure, it would be unusual for so many spirits in one live to come through for one person. So if it's yours, great, but let's make sure that she can hear about her hairdo. Okay. Let's make sure she's yours, so that would be... But she is definitely all about her hair. She is talking about her hair, having it done, the cooking. A heavier lady. She dressed casually, though. She dressed casually. Someone in the family has some of her recipes. She's letting me know. She was all about the cooking.
Oh my gosh, I'm like behind again.
She said, Grandmother Shirley with hair done. Julian or something like that.
Yeah, Julian Nofo also said her grandmother was Shirley.
Okay.
Hair done. But I'm not seeing anything else nobody's commented on heavier.
Tiffany said not sure about the recipes.
Okay. I very much appreciate that, Tiffany, because this is the way this works. If we are identifying, like the energy didn't feel right, I didn't think that, but I was going to go with it. just because I have the feeling doesn't mean I'm 100% all the time. But then this grandmother gave me the recipes. Someone has her recipes. And so it's very common if you're actually in a one-on-one reading with me and you think, oh, that's my grandmother, that's my aunt, and we're wrong, they will give me something. You're like, oh yeah, no. My grandmother didn't do that, or my aunt didn't do that. So I very much appreciate she gave me these recipes so we'd know who it went to.
One says her mom's name is Shirley Heavy.
Julie said that she found her recipes in furniture in her handwriting.
Okay, and this is Julie?
Yes.
Okay.
Julian.
Yes, I think
that.
we're with Julian here. Very good, very good. So Julian, she is very much kind of ribbing you and teasing you. She's like, she might have found them recipes, but she's not using them.
Julie.
So
Julie.
I think it's very funny that,
She said that she found her recipe box when cleaning her dad's house.
yeah, you found that recipe box, and she's very much teasing you that you don't use those recipes and you need to be using them. Not really. She's teasing you. She
said, I'm not.
Yeah, I know you're not. She's ratting you out. But she's doing it in a teasing manner. And part of it is confirmation that, yeah, you found the recipes, but you're not using them and you're not really planning on it. You're like, but you're keeping them and they're precious to you. And she very much appreciates that. She appreciates that. They mean, like, you're not going to use those recipes, but they're precious. And I love handwriting. If you have something of your loved one's handwriting, it's kind of like a little bit of psychometry. I don't know if anyone here knows what psychometry is, but objects of can hold energy of spirits. And so those recipes have a lot of your grandmother's energy in them. So if you ever want to connect to her, just kind of hold those recipes and you'll feel her energy in them. That's beautiful. Okay, very good. She also is telling you to slow down. Are you a little speed demon? Do you drive a little fast? She's telling you to slow down, speed demon.
Yes, I treasure them because they're all in her handwriting.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love handwriting too. It has so much energy to it. And don't forget to slow down, Miss Julie. Slow down. Your grandmother is coming back to tell you. And a lot of times,
I do. Oops.
I've seen a couple of people on here say that they can relate to it all. This is very common if you're on a live and it's a group reading, whether it's on a live or you're at a big auditorium, because not everyone can possibly get a reading during a live or if you're in a big auditorium. So spirits will kind of congregate their readings. So if you're relating to it, take the information. Know that one person will sometimes be elected to give a group message. Who else we got?
Ashley, her dad, Chris.
Ashley wants her dad, Chris.
Yeah. And it's not Ashley Long.
Okay, Miss Ashley, listen up. I'm about to see if I can pull up your dad, Chris.
Ashley Hirschman.
Okay. So whenever I'm asking for a dad, Chris, the person that is stepping up is someone who was very gentle, soft-spoken kind of guy. And not that he was a pushover. He's making me want to say that clearly. He was very sociable, could be funny. But he put up with a lot. He had a very long fuse, but let me tell you, when it went, it went. And he was very much a doer, like always on the go, always helping people, helping. I'm just feeling someone calling him. He's going to be there in a heartbeat. Liked his coffee. Yeah, he didn't know a stranger. He didn't. He would actually help strangers to the point it would have concerned me. Yeah, but he was just such a good soul and so trusting that, he'd help anyone. Like I said, did you ever worry about him? He's making me feel like worry. Like I want to worry about him. He's just helping so many people and just going to everyone's side.
Yes, he brought a hitchhiker home once.
Yeah. I knew there was a story behind that. He was just making me feel so concerned about his safety. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? I think that's hysterical, though. He brought a hitchhiker home. Thank you for confirming. Oh my goodness. So I love it when spirits do that. I mean, I just knew that there was more to this story. Like he knew so many people. He helped so many people. You were concerned. And he brought a hitchhiker home. I tell you, I love my spirits. I love them. They are so funny. They are so entertaining. He is saying that you have the same energy, except you don't bring hitchhikers home. He's laughing about that because of Simon. Like, that's not funny, Dad. That's kind of scary. He's like, he's making a joke out of it. He's like, he couldn't have been a serial killer because, what are the odds? 2 would have been in one house. You were not. Oh my goodness. He's like, you're right. And he starts laughing. But Ashley, he's very much saying that you have that same kind of energy, that energy where you will help anyone, and that you are, for your friends, you are like the go-to person in your friend circle. He is saying that you are more safe than he was, which I do appreciate. You do need to be more safe. But also, there is someone who you need to put boundaries up with. It's a female friend. I don't know if you know who he's referencing. This person is not a bad person, but she is just being so needy right now. She's going through such a tough time. She's kind of draining you. And could it be your mom? It could be your mom. And he's very much saying this person is not a bad person at all. You just need to kind of put some healthy boundaries and let them know that they just can't continue to take and take and take and take. And this person has the personality that nothing is ever right in their life. You know, those people that, yes, we expect people are going through tough times, and during those tough times, there will be things not going right in their life. But to constantly be, thank y'all for the gifts, to constantly be sad, to constantly be nagging, to constantly not have anything right can be very draining. So just make sure you know it's okay. Your dad is saying you need to protect your energy. You need to protect your outlook. So make sure that you're protecting yourself and you're putting up some healthy boundaries. Okay. Thank you, Ashley, for letting me read your dad. I'm going to go out on a limb and grab this next spirit stepping up here. I know. I'm hearing the name Bob. Bobby. That's your favorite name. Bob. Bobby. The gentleman is, he was a drinker. Sometimes he drank too much. He was not a mean drunk, but he still drank too much. He also smoked. It's okay. So we have a Bobby here. Bobby also liked to tinker. Bobby could fix things. So Bob Bobby. He was a drinker. He smoked. He could fix things. He has a dad energy about him. Okay.
Daniel Prince. Bob is my dad. He was a heavy drinker.
Okay, very good, Danielle.
I didn't see anything about smoking, but...
Didn't see that, but...
Good. Okay, it looks like we already have Danielle. Very good, Bob. You did good with that. Thank y'all for the gifts. He was talking about, everyone called him Bob, how easy that was, because Bob is an easy name to drop in. He's like, oh yeah, that was easy. He very much appreciates that. I could feel a little bit of nervousness coming off of him, Danielle, so you must not have had a reading before. And it's not that he was nervous. It's just I've almost been forcing these spirits, if they're going to step up like this, to give me a name. Because there's so many people on these lives, they can't just come up and say, I'm a drinker, I'm a smoker, I did that. We need a name.
She's never had a reading.
And so,
She's been trying so hard.
he had stepped up, and that was the first thing he did, was give me his name, and he thought it was going to be harder than it was, but Bob's an easy name to give me. He is, yes, you've been thinking about having a reading, he's saying. You've really thought about it, you've been nervous about it, you weren't sure who to go to, and it's, yes, money was a little bit of an issue, it's just you don't want to waste your money, that's what I'm hearing. You didn't want to spend the money, and then it not be a good read or not to be authentic is what I'm hearing. So I do appreciate your dad choosing me to give you your reading. Yes. I always tease my clients. They think they've chosen me. No, no, no. Their relatives have chosen me.
She said that he passed from liver cancer and overly drinking. That he loved her and her brother.
You know, he did love you very much. He also is talking about that you have stopped that generational trauma. And for those of you who don't know what that means, a lot of times generational trauma is when you just repeat how you were raised. You continue to drink or you continue to smoke, whatever it is. And I'm not saying you don't drink, Danielle, but you don't drink to excess the way your dad did. And he very much is saying how strong you are. You were a strong person. You decided you loved your dad and you don't judge him, but you did say that you were going to make different choices. You were going to live your life differently than what your dad did. And he very much...
It's Brooke calling.
Oh. He's here?
Yes.
I can hear a noise out in my...
I'm going to be a mental therapist to help.
Very good. That's a perfect...
She said that she's the only one who broke the generational
Yeah,
problems.
he's actually
in the
concerned.
entire family.
There is a male that your dad is very concerned about. It feels like it would be your brother who is making some not great choices. And your dad's very concerned about where he's going. You are going to be able to help a lot of people. And you're going to help them not just because of your education, you're also intuitive. And you're going to be able to, mesh those two together. Your actual book learning along with your intuitive ability to really take your business to a new...
Can't seem to help my brother with his loss.
I know. It's hard when we have people around us just making decisions that we don't want them to. I life coach, and you can give people all the tools that you possibly can, but if they're not going to use them, if they're not going to make the choice to change, you just can't. You
I have
can't change
chills
them.
because I feel like you're actually with him.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your dad, Danielle. He was beautiful. He did a great job. You did good, Bob. You did good. I know he was concerned about getting his name right, but he did well. Do we have psychic?
Yeah, but I don't know if these people are still here.
Oh, it's been a while. I kind of forgot. You could remind me. Okay. Gemma Christine is asking, will I ever have a baby naturally?
No, she just commented.
Yes. I'm feeling you will. Actually, I love that because when I see those questions come up, makes me nervous. I do feel you will. I feel a lot of positivity around that. Nikki, will I have a baby? Okay, I'm not feeling a lot of positivity around that one, but just know that psychic is never 100% and energy around situations can change. Jessica, 58, will husband's court date next month be positive for him? I do. I feel like I'm getting a slap. Like it's not going to be as bad, not scot-free, but also not as bad as it could be.
You can record these.
Tiffany, is Tito a good match for me? I'm sorry, Tiffany. I'm not feeling a lot of positivity with that. I'm not feeling a good match with Tito. All right. Again, if anyone wants a one-on-one reading, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, a calendar pops up to you. You choose your date and time. And then a Zoom link is sent to you automatically. One of my helpers just left. Her boyfriend got here and she decided she was done with me. What's up with that? I don't know.
Danielle wanted to use your posting. Can you post it or do you record them?
Good question.
Ken said you can post it. Oh, can record them.
I can. They are, okay, so how that works is, yes, I do have access to my lives. I do have a YouTube channel I've been considering posting them to, and I haven't yet. I will make a TikTok when I get that done, and I will just post the last couple. I'm not posting all my lives. There's too many that I've done. But I do have a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel where I'm going to post. Did I say TikTok channel? I'm at YouTube. Sorry. That I will post my lives to, and I will get that done. Actually, my social media person will get that done. Because, no. All right. Who else we got?
Kels McNabb, her name is Kelsey. Linda, her grandmother.
Okay, Kels McNabb, Linda. When I was asking about Linda, this lady who was just, her hair is done, her makeup is done, she is dressed nicely.
What's the name of your TikTok?
I think she's talking about my YouTube, my TikTok, my website, everything is the same thing. Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And I did just start my podcast drops tomorrow. I'm starting a podcast and it drops tomorrow. Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. Okay, so Kels McNabb, when I was trying to call up Linda, I'm getting a grandmother who was very well put together. She has her makeup done. Her hair is done. And she's showing me sitting at a table. She is writing notes or a list. Something about sitting at a kitchen table is where she would sit to write her notes and make lists and those types of things. She didn't have a desk. She was not into the newfangled technology, so either she passed before we had computers and such, or she just didn't have any use for them. I'm feeling more of the latter. She just didn't have a whole lot of use for them.
Kels, if you're still here.
Kels, if you're still here, please confirm or deny this information. So if she's not yours, we'll get her to who she belongs to. Kels McNabb, if you're on here.
She may have dropped.
Okay. All right. So we're going to see who this spirit belongs to. This lady is stepping up. She has... after I tap into her, she has more of a mom energy to me. I mean, if someone says, it sounds like my grandmother, but she felt like a mom to me. When I read energy, it means that this relationship had that energetic vibration. It's the energetic vibration of a mom. This lady is very well put together. Even when, towards the end of her life, she remained thin. She has her hair and makeup done. I'm seeing Mary Kay. Mary Kay, those little palettes. So I'm getting the feeling she used Mary Kay makeup. And though she cooked, it wasn't her thing. Like a lot of grandmothers, when they present, as you know, Ashley Pierce is taking her.
Oh, Rosie Ray might be also. Ashley Pierce.
Okay, so there was a couple of people trying to claim her, and I said, give me something definitive. And someone has her jewelry. So Ashley, do you have her jewelry? Yeah, this lady didn't, I mean, she did cook, but it wasn't like her thing. It was like she's checking a box. And she's saying someone has her jewelry. Has Ashley said?
Not you.
Okay. Miss Ashley, do you have some of your grandmother's jewelry? It's nothing that has any...
She always bought Mary Kay. We all do it in the family. And she had a lot and loved it.
Okay.
She didn't say anything about jewelry.
Okay. It's probably just taken her a while to get through it. I think that we are with Ashley here, because the second I said, give me something definitive, she started talking about this Mary Kay. It was very specific. She was showing me those pink Mary Kay palettes. Very good. Your grandmother did a good job. And whenever I did...
She had jewelry. She separated to all the family.
Okay. She's talking about, Ashley, that you kept her young. You kept her very alive and how much she loved that. And y'all would, I was about to say gossip, and she stopped me, because I don't think that y'all gossiped badly about people, but y'all discussed your life. You discussed everything's going on. This person's dating that person. This is, happened. So she was also a friend to you. Yes, you had that great relationship, but she very much, just could talk about anything. And you still talk to her. She's saying that you still talk to her, you still have those discussions with her. So make sure you honor that. You still do that. She loves it. She's like, make sure she knows I can hear her. And she,
I do all the time.
yeah, you do. Well, thank you for confirming, but yeah, your grandmother is saying you do all the time. And she still loves that. It's like you're going down the car. You do it a lot in your car. She's going down the street, and she's showing me, you're just running your mouth to her. Talk, 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 talk. She loves that. She loves that you keep her memory alive. And just know that when you talk to your loved ones like that, you're solidifying that energetic bond. And you're keeping their energy close to you. You're keeping it around you. So thank you very much, Ashley, for claiming your grandma, and she did a really good job stepping up. I do want to say, if you talk to your loved ones, if you don't feel them around you, it doesn't mean that they're not. They are around you. You are just maybe deep in your grief and can't feel them. So don't think that your loved ones aren't around you just because you're not feeling them. They are. Our loved ones are always around us. I want to thank everyone for coming on. If you would like a reading, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium, calendar opens up to you, and you choose the time and day, and you're sent a Zoom link automatically upon booking. I will create a TikTok saying when I get some of my lives transferred over to YouTube, so you can go check them out if you've been featured on any of them. I appreciate y'all joining me tonight and spending this time with me. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you were blessed. Y'all have a good evening.